The police cruiser sat in the driveway, its lights dark, but its presence undeniable. My mom's car was there too, a familiar sight, yet suddenly ominous. I stared, my work bag heavy on my shoulder, trying to reconcile the ordinary street with the flashing blue and red questions screaming in my head. Had something happened to Dad? Was it Joel? Finally in real trouble? Every scenario played out in my mind, each more plausible than the one that awaited me inside. I pushed open the front door. 2 officers stood in our living room. My mother was on the couch, dabbing at her eyes with a tissue, her voice quivering with performative distress. Joel sat slumped in an armchair, looking like he wished the floor would swallow him whole. My father, true to form, stood by the stairs, a picture of bewildered neutrality. "Are you the son who lives here?" the older officer, Patterson, asked, his gaze steady. "Yeah, that's me," I managed, confusion still clouding my thoughts. "What's going on?" "We received a call about a domestic disturbance," he replied, his words measured. "Your mother reported threats and aggressive behavior." My mind went blank. Threats? Aggressive behavior? My mother, now standing, added, "I'm scared of him, officer. He's been getting more and more angry, and this morning he threatened me." I looked at my dad, who offered a pathetic deer-in-headlights stare. "Dad, you were here this morning," I pressed. "Did I threaten anyone?" He shifted, mumbling about watching TV in another room. Officer Kim, the younger of the two, stepped forward. "Sir, have you made threats toward your mother?" "No, absolutely not," I stated, the absurdity of it sharpening my focus. "We had a disagreement this morning about finances, and I told her maybe I should move out. That was the extent of it." He said it in a threatening way. My mother interjected, her voice rising. He was angry and aggressive. This was unreal. My own mother lying to the police about me. Officer Patterson raised a hand to quiet her. "Ma'am, please let him speak." I took a deep breath, forcing myself to remain calm, to keep my voice level despite the rage simmering within. I explained everything. The years I'd spent working at a logistics company, climbing from warehouse associate to operations supervisor, my 5 a.m. wake-ups, my gym routine, my commitment to saving $2,000 to $2,500 a month for a condo down payment. I detailed how Joel, my 24-year-old brother, worked part-time at a video game store, barely clocking 20 hours a week, spending the rest of his time gaming or scrolling social media. Then, I recounted how 8 months ago, my mother had convinced Joel to hand over his entire paycheck, typically $400 to $600, every 2 weeks. She would deposit it into her account, doling out a small allowance for gas money, praising him as a good son for his contributions. This, I explained, was contrasted by my own situation, covering my car insurance, phone, groceries, gym, and accumulating $38,000 in savings, all while being deemed uncontributing because I wa bottom left of screen. Click full story.